Hey guys! Oh, that's a damn shame. All right, so how y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday, girl. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm sleepy. Okay, it is late, late afternoon, evening. It's like after 6 o'clock. I'll just put it to y'all like that. Okay, I'm coming to y'all late today, girl. I'm tired, y'all. Okay, I'm tired. And I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to wet this up because after all day, girl, it got a little dry. So I tried to freshen it up for y'all so I wouldn't be looking a hot mess. And I threw on a little bit of eyeshadow, and I put one color on, and it looked like it was the color, but then when I got into a different light, it was just like it was something else going on. I said, Lord. So I had to throw something on top of that. Okay, so, oops, I hope that's not coming off white because this is conditioner and water mix. I had my daughter put some conditioner in, and I said, put this much conditioner and then the rest water. She put like this much conditioner and water, so if you see white, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm finishing up. And so I have to come to you all before I get out of here. I'm tired, y'all. Let me show y'all the colors I use. Child, a hot mess. But this is after all day, okay? I'm just tired. I started off with this because it looked like it was the color of my shirt. At least when I was on that side of the room, it did. And then I added that, and then when I got in another light, it kind of looked blue. So then, because at first I had looked at this green, and I said, yeah, but it looked a little bit too dark. But when I actually put it on, it really was the right color that I needed. So, I like this little palette. As a matter of fact, yesterday I did my cranberry juice makeup look, okay? So, if you all have not seen that yet, go over to my Makeup for Dummies channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I have a channel called Makeup for Dummies, and I did a color of the day yesterday. It was cranberry juice, pomegranate makeup look. Now, on the video, I got to apologize. I kept saying cranberry apple, and it was actually a cranberry juice look. So I apologize for that. But it's called cranberry juice, pomegranate makeup look. So this is the little palette, the one where you do like this and it look like the eyes open and close. Isn't that neat, y'all? Well, anyway, so I will link that video below. Go ahead on over there and check that out. I did a Juicy Tingles video today, so go over there and check that out. And then we're gonna get started on this video right here. Okay. Alrighty, so let's get started here, okay? I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired, y'all. Alright, so let's get to today's video. Coming to you all late, girl, but better late than never, girl. Oh, I ain't even got no earrings on it, you know. See, I'm rusty. That's why I like to try to get this out earlier part of the day. Because, see, at the end of the workday, girl, y'all know how it be at the end of the workday. Ugh. All right, so let's see what we're going to talk about today. All righty, let's see. Okay. The video I did yesterday, okay? See, that's why I like to share, because when you share, you can have back and forth dialogue with people in the comment section, and you can learn a lot of things that you didn't know, or, you know, a lot of things that you may not have even thought about. Somebody can bring it to your attention. I've learned a lot by reading people comments from even on other channels. So it's good to share things because, you know, you get to learn something as a result of sharing. So my comment section yesterday, a lot of you all responded to when I had to talk about the depression. And this one young lady had brought up the fact that another reason why you could be going through lack of energy, because I was talking about when I go through my depression, I be lack of energy, lack of motivation, and all that kind of stuff. She made a very valid point, which I didn't think about. She said sometimes lack of energy could come from vitamin deficiency. And she said that women around the age of 40 and up usually suffer from certain vitamin deficiencies, which could cause you to have lack of energy. And she named a few. She named vitamin D, iron, B12, and folic acid. She said these levels usually drop around the age of 40. So, and I know she's right because when I went for y'all remember I had my vitamin D deficiency last year, and I haven't had my checkup yet. This year, it's coming up. It's actually a month behind schedule because, something came up, so I had to reschedule my appointment, so I'm like a month or so behind. But I'm still on track. So I have not gotten my blood work done this year as far as, my checkup. I've had blood work done this year because, a couple times I went to the doctors for different things that was going on. But it hasn't been like recently. And I know last year I was vitamin D deficient, and she talked about vitamins. And if you saw my Dollar Tree video last week, I didn't do it on this channel. Everybody don't watch Juicy Tingles, but I did a Dollar Tree video, and I had showed these vitamins that I'm back on again. I used to take my vitamins, and then for some reason, I just kind of got away from it. And when I was on my vitamin D pills that was prescribed through the doctors, and I remember the doctor telling me I needed to take, once I was done with the prescribed vitamin D, that over the counter, I needed to take a certain amount in the summer and a certain amount in the winter, and I totally forgot about it. So I definitely could be vitamin D deficient again because of the area that I live in. So I did purchase, it's been about a week now, and I've been back on my vitamins. I'm on vitamin D, B12, a woman's multivitamin, and fish oil. Now the vitamin that she mentioned that I don't have is iron and let's see, she gave another B6. She said B6 vitamins is the happy vitamin. It gets your endorphins going. Remember yesterday I was talking about endorphins. If you didn't see that video yesterday, I'll link it below. I advise you to go back and watch it because it was very informative. And then people came back and, talked about, maybe their experience and, gave some tips and ideas. So I'm definitely going to get my levels checked because she is absolutely right. I could be deficient in some areas and don't even know it, because I was deficient last year in that one area. It was another area that was low, but they said it wasn't. It was like borderline. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out what my blood levels are. Matter of fact, she betted me my next office space rent by the time the rent is due. She said, I guarantee you got a vitamin deficiency. But she might be right because I just started back on my vitamins last week. So thank you, ma'am, for that. I really appreciate all that information. So if you are 40 and up, get your checkups. It's important to get your regular women's checkup, period, no matter how old you are. From teenager on up, it's best to keep your regular checkups because there's so much stuff that goes on with women. Really, like we go through so much stuff, and you just never know what could be going on, what could be missing, what could be lacking. And she also advised that it's best to get your blood work done right around the time when your cycle is going on or is about to start. She said that would be a good time to get your blood levels checked. So I'm coming up soon. I guess I'm going to have a menstrual. I don't know. I got the symptoms and no menstrual. Sometimes I have it and once in a blue moon I don't. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go definitely get that checked soon when my appointment comes. Another young lady, my good girlfriend, Miss Carrie, said that not only is depression in your mind, it's also a chemical imbalance. And I do know that, and I failed to mention that yesterday. So thanks, Miss Carrie, for bringing that up. Yes, depression also has something to do with a chemical imbalance. Okay? So I wanted to put that out there. She gave that information. Also, the young lady that was talking about the vitamin deficiencies and, the low energy. And I had mentioned, if you could try to take a walk when you're depressed, that can get your endorphins going by being out and walking and exercising and being in the sun. And I did mention that, only if you can pull yourself up to do it, because that can even be a difficult task. If you can't even get out the bed, how you going to take a walk? So she's right about that. You know, that's a task that cannot be accomplished if you just don't have it. Okay. But I was only speaking to people who maybe can muster their energy up to get out. That would be a good thing. But it's hard. It's hard to do if you don't have it. So I appreciate you ladies. I did pin the young lady who gave the breakdown of the vitamins that you could be low in when you're older and all, because that was she gave like a lot of good information within that one comment. So I pinned it. It's at the top of the comment list. It will stay there. So if you go to my comments, you don't have to scroll through a whole bunch of comments just to get to it. It's the very first comment that you're going to see on that video yesterday where I gave depression tips and stuff like that. Okay, so I wanted to get that out the way. Okay, now, I was talking to my sister today, okay? And we was kind of like going back in time. Now, granted, my sister is like way younger than me. But it's some things that my mom used on her that she had used for years, even when I was younger. So my sister kind of remembered some of the things, you know, that was used, even though we're like distances apart in age. But we were talking about, because I was asking her about beeswax, okay? I remember when I bought this, okay? Now, this is mainly this particular kind, because I found out that there are different kind of beeswax. This particular kind is mainly for dreadlocks. It says for dreadlocks and other styling needs. I don't know what other styling needs, but I would say this is mainly for dreadlocks as it states on the packaging. Because I tried to do a 2-strand twist with this, like, this was before my big child. This was not last year, maybe the year before last. I think it was maybe like my first year out here in New York. And I did a 2-strand twist with this, and it was beautiful. Like it held it. It was just nice. You didn't have the shrinkage going on when you did it. This really was really good, but it was the devil trying to wash it out. Okay, so I'm thinking this is for dreadlocks, because dreadlocks and locks is stuff that you keep in. You don't necessarily be trying to wash nothing out. And so I think this is mainly for dreadlocks, but it did an excellent job on my 2-strand twist. It really did. But it was the devil trying to wash this stuff out my hair, okay? The devil. So I don't know. But anyway, this is how me and my sister got on the subject, because I was asking her about this. And she was saying that she had some beeswax by Mary's, but it was for edge control. Hers said edge control. Same thing by Mary's beeswax, but hers specifically said edge control. And this one says for dreadlocks. I mean, it says other, what it say, for other styling needs, but I don't know what the other styling needs would be. But anyway, so we got talking about some of the old time greases and gels and things from back in the day. And I had told her this little story about one of my baby daddies, okay, my baby father, okay, my oldest son's father, when we were dating at the time. Matter of fact, this was before my son was even born. I wasn't even pregnant. We were just in our dating stage. And I remember, you know, I had spent the night over his house, and he had got up to go to work, and I had all my little, you know, all my little girly products that I, you know, when you go to spend the night at your man's house, you know, you got all your little stuff. And I had all my little stuff on the dresser. And it was this gel that I used to use back in the day called Dippity Dip. And I'm telling you, this gel made your hair hard as a rock, okay? But it had flake issues, of course, you know, when it get old, you know, the flake and all of that. But it held your hair down really good. And they didn't have all these kind of gels that they have now. So I used to use this gel called Dippity Dip. So he went to go get up, you know, get ready for work and everything. And he thought that was grease. So he should have known from the texture of it, but he didn't. He just, you know, used it, put it on his head, went outside. At the time, he was catching the bus. Actually, we both was catching the bus. We weren't driving. And it was wintertime. And he put that dippity-doo on his head and went out to that bus stop. And when he came back, I'm like, what's wrong? What's going on? When he told me what had occurred when he got on that bus stop, I hollered, okay? He said, he put the stuff, he said he went outside, he was walking to the bus stop, and he said he noticed like something was getting tight, but he was like, okay, no, you know, just ignored it. He said the longer he stood on the bus stop, the tighter his head was getting. So it made him come back in the house. So when he told me, and I said, well, what did you put in your hair? He said, I used that grease you got up there. I holler, okay? Because that is not grease, that is gel, and it will. I'm telling you, it'll make your behind tight if you need it tight, okay? That dippity do gel wasn't no joke, but that was the funniest thing when he took my gel and used it, and his head froze. His head nearly froze. He went outside in the cold with dippity do on. Well, anyway, we were talking about these other products, grease products. Dixie Peach, Royal Crown, the little cardboard red grease with the metal top, like you can cut the hell out your hand off that top if you don't handle it right. Royal Crown. Dax, Bergamot, Hair Food. My mother used to use this yellow grease called Hair Food. And Sulfur 8. Now that was the smelliest product ever. Like, who in the hell created that to go on somebody's head? Like, that stuff stinks. And your mama used to press your hair. You know, the little pressing comb with that Sulfur 8, girl, and you can hear that stuff frying on the back of your neck. And don't let mama touch your neck. And that grease hot and that comb hot. Ooh, child. And then your head smell like a hot grease pot. Oh, God, back in the day. So anyway, yeah, that was just funny how we started talking about those greases. But another reason why we had started talking about it is because I was, sitting here talking to my sister, and I was looking in this little mirror, and I was like, dang, I can't stand these gray hairs. Now, you can't really tell, like my hair is predominantly black, but if you look real, real close, or if my hair is dry, like if I wash it and let it dry and don't put no nothing on it, no gel or anything, you can really see the strands. And I said, I cannot stand this gray. And she loves gray. She said, that is pretty. I love gray. And then she was talking about something that she saw in the hair store the other day. It was called a color comb. She called it a dye comb, but she Googled it, and it's called a color comb. It's some kind of comb, and you wet it, and you just comb it through your hair, and it'll dye your strands, and it'll stay in for at least 2 wash cycles. And I was like, that sounds like an easy way of coloring your hair, not really having like a permanent dye, like chemicals in it. Because, yeah, I really want to, dye my hair, but I don't want the chemicals. I would rather use like spray dye or some kind of rinse that can like rinse out within a day or two. Because I know a lot of dyes can also affect your hair. Like, it can really damage your hair. Heat and dyes and all that, permanent dyes and bleaches and all that stuff can really damage your hair. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with y'all. And let me tell y'all one other thing about the weekend when I was stuck in my bed, girl. I got turned on to this show, and it was called Shahs of the Sunset. SHAHS of the Sunset. Honey child, I'm hooked on that show, okay? So I caught up on the episodes of it. The girl, MJ on there is pregnant, and the girl, no, not MJ, Asha is pregnant, and MJ wants to get pregnant, and Reza is a guy. He's a gay guy. He calls himself a queer, and he's married to Adam, and they've been together 6 years, but they've only been married for a year. They just celebrated their wedding anniversary. And then you got, what's the other girl's name on there? Gigi, and like, I just love that show, okay? I love that show. Like, I'm just like hooked. So check it out, or somebody let me know if they watch that show. Make sure you go over to my Makeup for Dummies channel. Check out my cranberry juice pomegranate look, girl. And make sure you hit the subscribe button here. Hit the notification bell, girl. And I got to go, girl. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home, girl. It's after 6 o'clock. Girl, bye.